I'm Jacob. I'm one of the teen guides at the Anything Libraries Right Farms branch.
And I'm Madeline. I am the other teen guide at the Anything Great Farms branch. So we sit next to each other in real life.
Even though we're far apart now. And we just wanted to talk a little bit about our jobs and how our jobs have changed responding to COVID and kind of what being a librarian looks like right now.
So Jacob, what does a teen librarian do?
Yeah, so normally, in regular life, at our branches, we host programs for teens. We help teens with kind of homework or projects or just whatever is going on in their lives. Really, the most important thing we do is trying to provide a place to come and hang out that everybody, including teens, is welcome at the library and have a place to be.
And what does that look like now that we are all sheltering in place at home?
Yeah, sure. So it's really strange, but we're trying to keep that sort of core mission of providing a place for people to come and hang out and just find community and transferring that online as much as possible. So in terms of like resources, the sort of help and advice that we would normally be able to give in person, we've got a whole bunch of resources available and a couple that are really good for teens, helping you with at-home remote learning that you're still doing for school. There's a bunch of things on the website. And then that sort of community building, just trying to host programs by video and give people ways to connect through the website is what we're trying to do right now. And another thing is, we've got our studio makerspace and we're using some of that capacity to help in different ways. So I've been printing a couple of bias tape makers that help people who are sewing masks. So it converts, strips of cloth into this little folded strip to help make the ear flaps for masks. And so converting some of that makerspace technology for at-home projects has been really fun too.
So cool.
Yeah. Madeline, for you, could you talk just a little bit about kind of when you knew that you wanted to be a teen librarian and work in libraries?
Yeah, so I think I had sort of a roundabout path to becoming a librarian. I had got my degree in English literature, so it would seem like, oh yeah, become a librarian. But I actually went into research and was working in education. And then I worked for this really cool organization in San Francisco where we were developing apps working with teens to improve mental health. And so what I realized is that it was an awesome mission, but my favorite part about that job was actually running these focus groups with teens, getting to work with them, realizing they're so full of these awesome ideas and they have so much exciting energy. And pretty much that was what made me realize I should be working more closely with teens. It helped that I also had a sister who had worked as a teen librarian and I saw how cool her job was. So I sort of copied off my sister a little bit too.
Yeah, sure. She was a good connection point there. Yep.
Yeah.
And Madeline, if there are teens at home who are starting to think about maybe libraries are a job they want to do, either part-time or full-time, what are activities you would suggest that teens can do at home right now just to kind of prepare for a possible career in libraries?
So you would think the obvious answer would be read a lot of books, but actually what you do as a librarian is you help people. You're connecting them with resources and you're trying to get them information that they need, trying to help them realize a vision. So I think the best thing that teens can do right now is volunteer. Figure out how you can help in your community. There are tons of virtual opportunities out there. There's some in-person opportunities as well. And I just think that's one of the best ways you can prepare for a career as a librarian. It doesn't hurt to do some background research on good books and movies too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and to finish, let's just do a couple of personal questions. Tell me about your first paying job.
Oh my gosh, I was a bit of a slacker. My first paying job was as a grocery store clerk at a place called Wieners in my hometown. And I for sure quit that job so that I could watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Bad decision. What about you? What was your first paying job?
Priorities. My first real paid job was working at Jamba Juice, the smoothie place. A lot of it was just I wanted to make smoothies and get paid for it too. It was pretty sweet. I had a couple of friends who were working there too. I think the best part was learning the recipes for the secret smoothies that aren't on the menu.
Ooh.
Right, that was pretty cool. The hardest part was not having the smoothies on the job because you're surrounded by delicious food. Can't have any.
But
So.
now you get to make smoothies at the library sometimes.
That's right. So I'm converting that knowledge from my first job all the way now. Yep. Okay. Also thinking back to when you were a teen, what was a favorite book or song or movie that really grabbed you when you were a teenager?
So I don't know if this counts, but it's been my all-time favorite movie my entire life, and I definitely made a whole bunch of people watch it as a teenager. It was The Last Unicorn, which is this amazing animated movie from the 80s, and it's got like Jeff Bridges and Alan Arkin doing voices. A lot of my friends thought I was really weird for making them watch that. So how about you, when you were a teenager, what was your favorite snack?
Ooh, favorite snack? I would say a go-to was always just cereal, just whatever was in the pantry. No box of cereal was safe for me. I would just eat it by handfuls. You know, sometimes I would pour myself a bowl, but mostly it was just right in the box. And to be quite honest, that hasn't changed. And certainly staying at home the last couple of weeks, our cereal stores are very depleted because I've been eating a lot of that still too. So.
Definitely had a giant box of Captain Crunch.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
Well,
yeah.
I can't wait to be back in the library and working with our teams again.
Yeah, we hope you guys are doing well. We hope you're staying safe and that remote learning is going mostly well. Be safe, have a good time, and hopefully we will see you all again very soon.